Hello everyone, welcome to Rob and Marvy's channel for yet another week's video. And I've been torn over the last week and a half, 2 weeks on what I really wanted to do. Right now the election's over, the country's divided, we have record number of infections every day with the COVID and deaths, and we have no formal way out of this through the government. We only have ourselves, and I just want to tell everybody, but forget politics, forget all of that stuff. Wear a mask and be safe, and if not for yourself, for your loved ones who care a lot about you. Marvy and I are safe. We're avoiding the cities as much as possible, and as you can tell, we're out in a very, very noisy Sunday at Government Wash just outside of Las Vegas. So I'm sorry about this noise, but people are out having fun. They've got their generators running 24 hours a day. They've got little SUVs, or not SUVs, but ATVs running up around the desert. You got people out here fishing, hundreds of RVs and campers just enjoying the beautiful day. So we're pretty isolated and safe, but my main concern are all of you folks that are watching the videos at home. You can't get out like we do, and I think you have a much greater risk of possibly contracting this virus. So please, 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 be very careful out there, okay? So that's all I want to talk about with that, is that you can't rely on the government to help you. You've got to rely on yourselves and smart, intelligent decisions, okay? So leave politics out of it, wear a mask, isolate yourself from people, and with this Thanksgiving and weekend, it's only 1 year. Do your best to just live through it. That's what we're doing. We've had lots of invitations from people to come back and visit them. They have rooms available or places we can stay, and this year we're just not going to do it. Hopefully next year we're going to be able to impose on as many people as we can, raid your refrigerators, all of that stuff, but we can't do it this year. So on with the show. What did I want to do? I wanted to talk about one thing that Marvy and I really love to do, and that is fishing. And while most of you are not people who fish, it's not really about actually catching a fish, although it is exciting to be, casting the rod and have that electric hit, and then of course cooking it. I've got a hint for you. Marvy eats about 90% of the fish we catch, maybe because I only catch one and there's enough for her, and so I'll have chicken or salad or something else, but she loves it, and when we catch enough for both of us, that's great too. But it's really not necessarily about that. I've got a bunch of clips I'm going to edit now and put together, so I really don't know what's going to happen right now after I leave the narration and go into it. So but I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to put it together the best I can. As usual, enjoy it and stick with it all the way through, because usually some fun stuff happens throughout the videos, okay? Great. So roll them. Here we go.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's a little bit after 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun's coming up, and people are already on the lake. And I'm going to actually head over. I'm going to walk around here. This is where all the coyotes are howling, but I'm going to walk around through there and cross over to that very far side of the lake. I do see boats now and then go there, but not that many people fishing from the banks. And to be honest, over the last couple days, using all types of bait, nobody's having any luck right now. This area is heavily fished out, and it's not getting any better until the small shad or bait fish come back in for the larger fish to follow them in. So I'm going to try my luck on the other side this morning. All right. Okay, that's our van way over there. I just walked around the lake, and I'm going to try to get to that point, mainly because this looks like a good place, nice and deep for catfish. I can set my rod there, one rod, then I can cast out there for largemouth bass, maybe a striper. But first I got to get over there with one hand. I'm carrying the rods in the other hand, so I just got to find my way around this little cliff area here. So I'm sure lots of people have done this, so there should be a clear and easy wheelchair accessible path. No rattlesnakes. I think it might be a little chilly for them, and if they are out, they're probably pretty slow at this point. So most dangerous thing about this whole thing is cutting yourself on a rusty beer can someone left behind, or coming across another den of coyotes that are not in a good mood. Coyotes are not really dangerous. I should Google it and find out about coyote attacks, but I think it's probably 0 to extremely very little. I never worry about things like that, though. All right, made it over. A spinner now that's silver like shad, and then I'm not really thrilled about this orange loop on it, but we will see if that kind of gives some kind of an effect. I saw a bass jump right here. Oops, it's a little bit close. When you bait fish, and like with my line over there, where you just put a bunch of chicken or shrimp or hot dogs or whatever you're going to put, anchovies or dead shad on a hook. Look at that guy. He was right there. There we go. Come on. Come and get it now. It was right in front of you. You just see your rod bending, and that's kind of exciting. I mean, you see the rod bending, and then you go and you pick it up and you reel it in. But there's nothing better, I think, than using artificial lures because you're reeling it in and you've got this slow, steady spin. And then when they hit it, it's like a lightning bolt of electricity just kind of going right through the line into your rod. And it's a great feeling, because you may fish for an hour or 2 hours or whatever, just like I'm doing, with no bite, and then all of a sudden, chow! It's great. I got him. I got him. Yeah. Not, oh no, did he get off? Oh, he got off. Oh, frustrating. Well, I know they like, they do like this then, so that's good. See if he's stupid enough to try it again. Let it sink a little bit. He's in the weeds. Oh no, got him. Got this guy. Good boy. Got him. Come on, young. Got you this time, huh? Yeah, you're fighting it. That's a good bass. That's a good sized bass there. There he is. He's a good bass. That is a good sized bass. Yeah, that's dinner. All right. There we are. That's a One of the things about van life, or being a nomad, for Marvy and myself, is that we both love to fish. We do a lot of fishing. It's a great way to supplement your diet and kill time. It's a great recreation for us. It helps us plan different places to go and places. And usually if it's near water, you're going to have some beautiful scenery around with you too. Plus the occasional fish. You're going to see at some point another reason we fish besides just catching fish and in this video. But what I wanted to talk about now is how do we carry our rods. Now some rods like this one will break down and you might be able to store it in the back. The problem is when you have so much equipment and clothing and knickknacks and whatever in your van, and there's two of us traveling, there's really not a lot of space. And I also have one rod here that is not collapsible, and that's a little over 6 foot 4 inches long. So if you strap it to the top, there's a good chance that they can get stolen. We always break apart our rods and reels. We keep the reels separate. We put all of our hooks and sinkers and everything when we're done for the day. We clean them up, put them back and organize them. We just find that it lasts longer. We clean the reels and put those away because they're the most expensive part of our equipment. So how do we carry everything? And the answer is PVC. A lot of people use this type of PVC to black to put water in and then take showers with it. They have a pump and things in this, but we're going to actually cut down this PVC, and I've measured it. It's 10 feet long when we bought it, but I'm going to make it 7 feet long. That will give me a little forgiveness. If I want to buy a 7-foot rod, I'll still be able to fit it in here. But and 6'2", it won't get away from me. If it slides down a little bit, we can get them out, no problem. So we're going to cut this down in up to 7 foot. Now the cut doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be putting a cap. We're going to be gluing a cap on one end, and that's going to be sealed permanently on one end. Now the other end, we have another cap that's going to fit over the other end, and that's going to be glued in permanently. However, it does have a screw opening here, and that is where you're going to be able to access your rods, and yet it will be weatherproof and it'll seal tight. And then what I finally do is, since I have big crossbars like this going across my rack, I'm going to put these two brackets
that fit perfectly over this, and I'm going to drill through the pipe. Actually, the pipe's running this way, so I'm going to drill through on either side and put the bolts in there to hold this whole thing in. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to drill the holes in through the pipe, set the pipe up, and bolt these down, and then we're pretty much done. It shouldn't take but maybe an hour to do everything together. It'll take a little longer for these to dry, but right now, you know, I want to go ahead and cut everything and then start bolting and putting it together. So you'll see the finished product. And if you're still watching right now, this is the whole completed project of it on the van, and sliding the poles in, the fishing rods in, is not an issue at all. I feel pretty good about it. Hope you enjoyed this and you found this part useful. Okay, well, good or bad, like I said, I didn't know how this edit was going to turn out, but I wanted to film the opening and closing before I started editing it, kind of an experiment. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please write your comments down below, any questions you have, any feedback, if you do things differently, if you share similar ideas and experiences. Otherwise, we will see you next week. We're leaving Vegas and Nevada this week, or at least this part of Nevada, and we're working our way south as the temperatures get a little cooler. So please hang in there. Watch as many of our videos as you can. We have over 1,000 members. Yay! Now we need a couple hundred more hours of watched videos. So and that will help us out. So until next week, we will see you down the road.